Good evening. How you doing? I'm feeling okay today. Had a nice day, a day off again as usual, and there's a lot of family time today. Had leftover pizza from last night. My daughter went to do a dance thing, so she danced. That was nice. I couldn't really see very much. It was one of those things where we're just meeting up in some sort of like public hall, so there's no stage. We're just all in a room and we're all sitting in those foldable chairs, and the kids are just doing their thing on the other side of the room, which is like, okay, if you sit in the front row, great, you see everything. If you're sitting 2 rows back, you see nothing because everyone's just sitting on the same level. Whatever. I'm sure she did a good job. I saw some pictures close up. She's great. I'm sure she practiced. She practiced very hard. But after the kids were done with that, because it was a dance thing, my wife's parents came to town. They picked the kids up. They took the kids home with them. So my wife and I had a night to ourselves, which means it was Captain Marvel time. Yay, Captain Marvel. I got to see Captain Marvel today. Um, so, all right, short version. Of course, I liked it. I like most Marvel movies. It takes a lot for a Marvel movie to make me unhappy. It didn't make me unhappy, but I kind of didn't love it. I don't know. I really like Captain Marvel. I have a bunch of Captain Marvel comics, like physical comics, because I like Captain Marvel. The movie kind of, again, maybe I just got too hyped because I do like the character. Unlike, say, like, I don't really give a shit about Doctor Strange. The movie was fine. You know, Captain Marvel, I like Captain Marvel, so I kind of felt like the movie let me down a little bit in that regards. But part of the way the movie works, it's a movie, so they've got to fit this movie before we all know what's happened, right? So this can't be after Avengers; it has to be before all the Avengers stuff. And because it's her first movie, you got to do all this kind of explaining stuff. She spends most of the movie. She's like, I don't know who I am or where I'm from, but it's like, well, you look like a human being, so I think you're from Earth. And it's like, yeah, she's from Earth. So the mystery part doesn't really work. And the prequel stuff doesn't really work because, again, we know she's never going to be in too much peril because the whole point is there a new movie, and virtually everyone she works with is going to have to survive the movie too, especially, young Nick Fury. It's like, well, we know Nick Fury grows up and becomes, whatever grows up. We know Nick Fury gets slightly older and becomes the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, yeah, there's a lot of parts where the movie kind of felt like it was spinning its wheels and I was waiting for the cool stuff to happen. And eventually the cool stuff does happen, but, I was a little bit let down in that regards. But hey, she's in there. She's part of the movies. So, like, she's gonna be totally all. Once they let her do like Avengers stuff with the other Avengers, it's gonna be fucking rad, and I'm super here for that. So for now, origin story wise, it's kind of it was fine. It was better than Ant-Man Wasp, which was just so bland. Like I walked out of that movie and I'm like, this was just boring. Why did you make this movie so empty? It wasn't empty. And I'm still thinking about how one of my coworkers who saw it a little bit early, I think on the internet, and she didn't like it, which is fine, but she was like, there was too much feminism in it. And I was like, too much feminism? And now that I've seen it, it's like there's barely any feminism in it. Like, if anything, it's not super sexist, but that doesn't make it, like, the absence of sexism doesn't make it feminist. It just makes it not super sexist, because, like, she's just, like, the whole movie, even though it's kind of an origin story, the whole movie, she already has superpowers. She just, like, has to, like, learn to use them better, but it's like she's already got all the powers that she needs. So I don't know where the too much feminism came in, but I guess it's like a 3-second scene where it's like like a woman's point of view on Earth, but whatever. Anyway, the other small news, which you might have noticed before, I bought a selfie stick. It cost me $3, but now I have a selfie stick. Woo, yeah. Okay, so far my new toy is working, and I'm gonna play with this for a while. I think it makes some very dynamic video angles. But for now, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't seen it yet, I enjoyed it. Again, this is not me telling you Captain Marvel's bad, but it's no Black Panther. Let me tell you that. Anyway. Good night, everybody. I love you.